Hi, I'm Mani Rasali. Today I'm talking about the topic stress. First, I'll define wellness, its relationship with social practices, and how they influence each other. Next section will focus on technology and wellness. Then I'll be talking about growing issues of wellness, stress, focusing on single parent. Finally, I'll present some ways to manage stress using different approaches. Wellness can be defined as an optimum state of living healthy lifestyle. There are 8 dimensions of wellness which directly impact the lifestyle of a person in a society. Wellness and society are interrelated. If we look at history, we find how ideas of wellness influence social practices. Ancient Greek society used four humor system of wellness which shaped these social practices. Similarly, idea of wellness in Ayurveda, Tibetan, and Chinese influenced their social practices. On the other side, the social practices shapes the idea of wellness. One of the example is how media influences people like fitness practices to reduce weight. There are increasing number of people participating in the fitness program. Such practices are changing the concept of wellness in a society and becoming ideas of wellness. The idea of wellness can change social practices, but those ideas may not remain same. If we look at the ideal women's body, we see changes throughout the history. Once a fat body was considered to be healthy and wealthy enough to eat food. Now it is considered obesity and not wealthy enough to eat healthy food. Another concept is about eating nutritional food. The idea has changed because scientific study found fats, oils are not good for health. People started to become conscious and eat selected food. Similarly, there are other ideas about wellness that people started to give importance in their life. Such importance of wellness in a society has been forced for social change, like practice of yoga is spread throughout the world. Another wellness concept of fat-free product has been forced for changes in a lifestyle and business practices. If we look into market, we find product labeled with nutrition contents. Similarly, there are increasing supplements found in the market. Such product may be good for short term but can be challenging to balance all dimensions of wellness in a long term. My discipline of study is information technology. IT has significant contribution towards wellness of an individual. The management of electronic health record have made the health system easier, reliable, and cost effective. There are also various fitness apps and devices that helps in wellness of an individual. However, there are both positive and negative aspects of using technology for wellness. The positive sides are applications and personalized devices that are helping individuals to improve wellness. There are apps for fitness training, tracking, and guiding with instructions. There are also apps that tracks calorie, recommend healthy food, and also check the content of food. It also helps to improve physical dimension of wellness. There are also applications and devices available for improving emotional wellness. For example, a device called PIP measures stress level and guide to manage using different techniques. Those technologies also have negative sides which affect wellness. Devices like computer, smartphone, tablet emit blue light which affects person's sleep. It creates disbalance in the emotional wellness. Another shortcoming is that people become too much dependent on the technology. The social interactions have been virtualized and society is also moving towards virtual society. Those were few negative sides. Moving forward, let's look at some emerging technologies. The company which is making smart diaper is also making smart brief for adult people. This brief tracks data of human body and transmits to smartphones. Another interesting emerging technology is smart pill bottle. It glows blue when it is time to take medicine and turns red and beeps once it is opened. It also takes our calls to remind the medicines. Those were few emerging technologies contributing to wellness. Now, let me talk about one of the growing issues of wellness in our society, stress. Why stress? Let's start from the numbers first. According to WebMD.com, 82% of doctors' visit in 2014 was stress related. The Cambridge Dictionary defined stress as worry caused by a difficult situation or something that causes this condition. When was the last time when you sit and have nothing in your mind to worry about, or you absolutely think nothing, just empty brain? We rarely have such moments because we always think or worry about our job, school, family, relatives, and others. When things do not go as planned, the stress increases. In addition, when a person don't have anybody to help, their responsibility increases, making them to be overworked. Such difficulties allows stress to originate. It can challenge emotional wellness of a person, and as a result, social, economic, physical dimension of wellness are also challenged. Stress challenges everybody, but research shows that most affected population is single parents and also their children. Single parents have to deal with various problems. Their responsibility doubles in every aspect of their life. They have their own personal things to do, their jobs, social life, children's schools, daily care, and others. It is difficult to manage time sufficiently for all those activities. With difficulties comes stress. It challenges emotional well-being of a person, and it is seen more in single parents. As we have studied in the course that emotional well-being is also one of the eight dimensions of wellness. Long-term stress can cause health issues in emotional wellness. It causes various diseases including heart disease, asthma, obesity, diabetes, depression, premature death, and more. Likewise, it makes physical, social, and other dimensions of wellness challenging for single parents. Researchers found that women who spend parenting alone for a longer period of time are most vulnerable to develop health problems in later life. It is like drips of daily stress over a longer period of time and takes tolls in their health. Study found there are nearly 30% increase among American women with risk of having problems with activities of daily living. Along with high risk of health issues, stress challenges emotional wellness of a single parent. With such distress, the performance in the job can be affected and there are chances of getting fired, which challenges financial, physical, social, and other dimensions of wellness. Here is an audio clip of interview done by NPR Radio about a single dad.
Today in Your Health, we're going to look at something that affects pretty much all of us, stress. It is part of the human condition. A certain amount is not only unavoidable, it's probably necessary to accomplish things.
But as we all know, too much stress can be debilitating. So to get a better look at how much and what type of stress many Americans live with, NPR did a national poll with our partners at the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation and the Harvard School of Public Health.
Burgess is 30 years old and a single dad. He lives in Fairbanks, Alaska with his 3 children, ages 10, 6, and 4.
On days that the kids get sick, I have little recourse but to take a day off, or at least a half day. I've been taking more leave than I've been earning.
And the day-to-day responsibilities, doing errands, making dinner, helping the kids with homework, are sometimes just too much.
I actually had my first ever anxiety attack as well. I think it was an anxiety attack back in February. And so I made one at the last minute, but then right before I left for the party, I just, had an elevated heart rate. I just was uncontrollably emotional.
Stress were usually not taken as health issues. People only thought chronic stress can affect them. However, research shows that 75 to 90% of health center visits were stress-related issues in 2014. If people are not aware of stress and keep on without addressing properly, in the long term it can cause various diseases. Therefore, in future, stress and its related sickness may go off if people don't take it as an issue. On the other side, with education, people will become more aware and manage those issues effectively. Such risks can be greatly reduced in future. Similarly, technology will be also available to manage stress. My recommendation for its management includes prevent, reduce, and cope with stress. The best way to prevent stress is by balancing all dimensions of wellness. If it cannot be prevented, reducing it using various techniques is another option. Similarly, another way is by coping with stress in effective ways, but not in unhealthier ways like smoking and alcohol. There are strategies to prevent stresses in single parent. First step is to recognize the exact source of stress. One of the methods is to make a stress journal and write every time it occurs to them. Smartphone apps could be very useful in this case because it is with the person all the time. For a single parent, the source of stress can be death of his spouse, divorce, financial problem, unemployment, children, health, and others. Some of the sources of stress can be prevented, like financial problem and unemployment. Stress from chronic health conditions like diabetes can be controlled using exercise, relaxation, music, etc. Others like death, divorce take some time, and just coping and accepting is best way to control stress. The recommendation need good strategies to implement for better outcomes. Various interdisciplinary approaches can be used to implement the plan that I have just described. One of them is by engaging socially. Single parents should reach out to their families and relatives or call them for help. Mostly asking help from parents and siblings can be a good way to build relationship as well as seek support. They can get help for looking after their kid, forget the pain from divorce or death of loved ones. They can go to the agencies to seek help for financial, employment, and health problems. Another approach is by using technologies to control stress. There are apps and devices for reducing stress. One of them is a device called PEEP. It measures the stress using pulse of the finger and passes the information to the smartphone. The app analyzes information and recommends the exercise like playing games and other activities. After spending few minutes, they can feel better. Similarly, meditating few minutes also reduces stress, and it is the best way to manage stress either in home or in work. Seeking social support for stress management has various benefits. It strengthens the relationship between families and relatives. Along with emotional well-being, it also contributes to social well-being. Single parent can get advice on managing finance from their parents or relatives. There are also chances to get employment from their references, which improves the financial and economic wellness. Similarly, if going to church with family members, it helps to relieve stress from departed one, ultimately contributing to balancing different dimensions of wellness. Another approaches of stress management using technology is also beneficial in many ways. For those who are away from family and relatives, they can use technology like PEEP to reduce their stresses. They can also share feelings from social media and create group of single parents and help in each other's problem. Another strategy of seeking support from the government agency can be also beneficial in many ways. The agency can support financially, especially for single mom, provide job training, and help in finding jobs. It improves the financial wellness and contribute to other dimensions of wellness. If you have any questions, please email me at moneyrasaili@gmail.com. Thank you for watching.